The next stage of our Loire tour is a short one, connecting two iconic chateaux. We leave Amboise on the Loire and turn south following bike tracks and local roads through Cher and La Croix-en-Touraine, crossing the Cher River to Bleret on the right bank, then riding next to the Cher and back to the left bank in Civray-de-Touraine and into Chenonceau, a short 22-kilometer ride with 100 meters of elevation gain, all on one hill. It's 16 degrees Celsius and overcast today. There's been some overnight precipitation, so we're wearing our raincoats, but right now it's good for riding. Our hotel is adjacent to the chateau and across the D751 highway from a shared bike and pedestrian path. We begin our ride on a crosswalk traversing 4 lanes of rush hour traffic. But there's light traffic here, just a few walkers out for a morning stroll. Soon the path leads to a parking lot which appears to be a dead end. Fortunately, there is an outlet that takes us to a voie verte along the Loire. After a kilometer, a sign directs us to turn south toward the highway, heading away from the Loire in the direction of the Cher River. Once again, we cross the D751 and use a sidewalk to the next corner where we continue in a southerly direction. Rue de Vaux de Bonin is a neighborhood road with very little traffic. After crossing the first major intersection, we see this sign. It means that no motorized vehicles are allowed, including automobiles, motorcycles, and mopeds. We'll be seeing this sign often on today's ride. As we feel the first drops of light rain, we encounter another couple of intrepid cyclists. Our climb flattens as we make our last highway crossing before reaching the Cher. Although there is no sign showing the end of priority for non-motorized vehicles, there is very little traffic on this tiny road. We crest the hill on the edge of a large wooded area as we detect a few more drops of rain. Ahead are 6 kilometers of moderately rolling hills. This could be a good sign, riders without raincoats. We are now entering Cher. The village is a few kilometers ahead. After threatening since we left Amboise, the rain is finally with us. Fortunately, most of these roads have a smooth tarmac and mostly signed for bicycles. We've preloaded our route on a Garmin, so it's pretty easy to keep track of the turns. We are now on the flat roads with the hill behind us as we ride into Cher. This is a French village reduced to the essentials, the mairie, or city hall, and the église Saint-Médard. There's even a protected bike path for a block. Now we'll turn toward the Cher, cross the railroad tracks, and continue south. Here is a very helpful way to negotiate a highway crossing, a bike tunnel that goes beneath the D140, then back to our course. We continue negotiating our way to the Cher, following well-signed but disconnected bike tracks joined by regional roads. Approaching the frontage road of the Cher, we enter the boundary of another small village, La Croix-en-Touraine. Even in the driving rain, we have company with other riders. Soon we are at the junction with the D31F, which crosses the Cher into Bléré, where another cycle route leads us to Chenonceau. After the bridge, we're on the right bank of the Cher on the shoulder of Highway 376 heading east. At Rue de Port, there's a bike path that directs us to a marked crossing of the highway. This leads directly into Parc de la Gatine, a riverside park with a network of trails for non-motorized vehicles and dog walkers. The park is equipped with picnic tables, barbecue facilities, camping, tennis courts, and public toilets. And now that the rain has let up, it's a great place for us to take a lunch break. The bike path follows along the bank of the Cher with an unobstructed view of the river. It continues beyond the park for another 3 kilometers. This is unexpected, a sign that says we will need to take a detour, translated route barrée, which means road blocked. In this case, a bridge is being replaced and we are directed to a provisional route. By 2022, this section of our route featured a new bridge called the Pont de la Canardière, with a shared traffic road leading to the left bank of the Cher. After the crossing, we enter Civray du Terrain according to our original plan. This takes us to a bike path parallel to the railroad tracks. Soon we cross the tracks and follow the road to Highway D40. Here we use a wide path made for bikes and walkers that leaves Civray du Terrain. As we enter Chenonceau, we are in a bike lane and on the shoulder of the highway. The centre-ville is adjacent to the Chateau grounds, and just as the rain begins to fall again, we have reached our hotel for the night. While the village of Chenonceau may not be as famous as its iconic chateau, it serves as a gateway for visitors. The history of the chateau dates back to the 16th century and showcases a blend of Gothic and Renaissance styles. Its unique location over the river Cher, coupled with the influence of Catherine de' Medici, have contributed to its enduring legacy. Catherine oversaw the construction and expansion of the chateau, transforming it into an exquisite Renaissance masterpiece. Under her patronage, the chateau hosted elaborate events that attracted artists, writers, and philosophers of the time. The interior of the chateau is a testament to the opulence and artistic tastes of its various owners throughout history. While living in the chateau, she possessed her own apothecary where the famous Nostradamus prepared remedies for her. Perhaps the most iconic space in Chenonceau is the Grand Gallery that spans across the river Cher. The chateau's kitchens are located in the vaulted cellars and are equipped with large hearths, copper cookware, and various utensils. The gardens of Chateau de Chenonceau are as impressive and meticulously designed as the chateau itself. The estate features several distinct gardens, each with its own character, style, and historical significance. Near the chateau entrance is the labyrinth, a maze that adds an element of fun and mystery to the gardens, inviting visitors to explore and get lost in its green corridors. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe below and be notified as more stages are released.